Assalamualaikum everyone, I am Mr. Jahan Mahia and welcome to my video. In this video, I am going to talk about uncovered interest parity or UIP. So before we get started, we have to know what is uncovered interest parity or UIP. So when the investor is not covered against unexpected depreciation of foreign currency by any financial instruments, that is called uncovered interest parity. Uncovered interest parity or UIP is an economic theory that describes the relationship between exchange rates and interest rates. According to this theory, the expected return on investments in different currencies should be equal. In other words, uncovered interest parity or UIP theory suggests that the expected change in exchange rates between two currencies should be equal to the difference in interest rates between those currencies. Now moving to the next slide. So, how we can obtain uncovered interest parity condition or UIP? That's what we are going to know from this slide. First of all, we have to know what is interest parity condition. Interest parity condition is the condition where expected return on deposits of any currencies are equal when measured in the same currency. There is no profit and no loss in this condition. Interest parity condition occurs when arbitrage opportunity is nil, that is D is equal to 0. So from interest parity condition, we find 1 plus IH is equal to 1 plus IF into RE by R. In this equation, IH is rate of return on home currency, IF is rate of return on foreign currency, RE is expected exchange rate and R spot exchange rate. So if we take logarithm into both sides of this equation and solve this equation, we find IH is equal to IF plus RE minus R by R. This equation is uncovered interest parity condition, where the domestic interest rate equals the foreign interest rate plus the expected variation in the exchange rate. So now we will see a graphical representation of uncovered interest parity or UIP. For this graphical explanation, let's consider the US as home country and Europe as foreign country. So we are considering dollar and euro as currencies to describe the graph. In this graph, the vertical line represents the dollar return on dollar deposits. The horizontal line represents rate of return, that is denoted by I here. The downward sloping curve represents the expected dollar return on euro deposits. Here we can see that the curve for expected dollar return on euro deposits is downward sloping. Why? Because given IF, that is foreign currency return, and RE, which is expected exchange rate, the rise in exchange rate R means a decrease in IF plus RE minus R by R. So, when exchange rate R increases to R2, there will be a depreciation of domestic currency. So, when D, that is arbitrage opportunity, is greater than 0, IH, that is domestic currency return, is greater than IF plus RE minus R by R. That means fund moves from foreign country to home country. In this case, investors are unwilling to hold euro deposits, or they try to attract dollar holders by offering a better price for dollars. Again, when R decreases to R1, the opposite case will happen. That means there will be an appreciation of domestic currency. So when D is less than 0, IH is less than IF plus RE minus R by R. That means fund moves from home country to foreign country. So this is the last slide for the topic. In this slide, I am going to talk about the effect of changing interest rate on the current exchange rate. Here we can see two figures. The first figure shows the effect of fall in dollar interest rate. So what is happening in this figure? We can see that there is a leftward shift of the vertical dollar deposit return schedule. A fall in interest rate offered by dollar deposits from IH to IH prime causes the dollar to depreciate from R1 to R2. Now, let's move to the second figure. The second figure shows the effect of a rise in euro interest rate. So here we can see that a rise in euro interest rate causes the downward sloping curve to shift leftward. A rise in euro interest rate paid by euro deposits causes the dollar to depreciate from R1 to R2. So that was it. I hope you liked my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel, and you can also comment in the comment box below. Thank you everyone.